Hello everyone, this is Suzanne and God Crochet and Chatter. First of all, I want to apologize. I thought my video from yesterday had posted, and for some reason it was on private, and so I had to go back in and change it to public. Sometimes it does that on its own, so that's why yesterday's is also posted today. And today's lesson is going to be on Proverbs 27 verse 1. We read Proverbs chapters 25 through 27 today. And tomorrow, chapters 28 through 31. This list is in the drop-down box below for you to follow along. Well, how's everybody doing? Oh, it's another great day in Rochester, Michigan. The sun is shining, and it'd be nice to go out for a little walk in a little while. So I'm looking forward to that. I always do. All right, first of all, let's get to our trivia question. Yesterday's was, what old prophet saw a vision of a flying scroll? And that was Zechariah. Today's question, what language is the word Golgotha as recorded in the Gospel of John? And you can find that answer in John 19, verse 17. What language is the word Golgotha as recorded in the Gospel of John? I really like these little trivia cards I read off of. There it is. And I have like a box of over 1,000 of these, so we'll be here for a while. Or until the Lord returns, right? All right. Let's get to our lesson, talk a little bit about my scarf, and then I will let you good people go. Thank you so much again for your comments and hitting the like button. I sure do appreciate that. Proverbs 27 verse 1. Do not boast about tomorrow, for you do not know what a day may bring forth. I'm going to discuss how does someone become wise. I think if we read the entire book of Proverbs, it's a pretty good start. In fact, Solomon means peace. Kind of makes sense. If we read the Proverbs and we apply them to our lives, we're going to find much peace in our lives. The past is the past. The present is now. The future, God knows He's out in front of the battle. Trust Him. James in chapter 4, 13 through 15 says, come now, you who say, today or tomorrow we will go to such a place, a city, spend a year there, buy, sell, and make a profit. Whereas you do not know what will happen tomorrow. For what is your life? It is even a vapor that appears for a little while and then vanishes away. Instead, we ought to be saying, if the Lord wills, we shall do this and do that. That's so important. A lot of times people are living in their tomorrows or living in their yesterdays, and they should be living in the present. What does Jesus say about tomorrow? Matthew 6:34. Therefore, do not worry about tomorrow, for tomorrow will worry about itself. Each day has trouble of its own. One of life's most dangerous words is tomorrow. Although it may sound innocent, you have to learn how not to be a helpless prisoner of tomorrow. A lot of us make plans about tomorrow or each day even, and we have to take it second by second, because when I got that attack, that abscess on my bowel, and I was in the hospital for 2 weeks, that was not on my calendar. I had no idea that the next day, my tomorrow, that's where I would be. And I think if we could see snapshots of our tomorrows, it would upset us. We would become very anxious because, for instance, when my previous husband passed away, one of our best friends, a man called Larry, and a few other men took me under their wing, and I would go over to Larry's house, and we would talk, and we would cook meals and eat together. So here's all these snapshots, right? And then here's some snapshots later on of this Ron in my life, and I'm with him. And so seeing all those snapshots, wait a minute, what am I doing with him? Why am I at Larry's house having dinner? What's going on? I don't think I like what's going to happen. That's why we shouldn't worry about tomorrow. It will be very upsetting. Don't worry about yesterday. It's dead. It's gone. Let it go. Do things today in the present. That's going to make you stable. That's going to make you wise. And that's going to make you live a life of a peace that passes all understanding. Time waits for no man. Now is the time for living, thinking, and acting for today, not tomorrow, because tomorrow may be too late. To live your life, you need to have years of experience and repetition. That means redundancy comes with years of experiencing and setting goals, planning, and thinking about how you are going to live each day. Pray, study, and stay close to the shepherd. Now, oftentimes I do a lot of repetition on here. We are in the book of Chronicles. There's a lot of repetition about the life of King David. Many times in the Bible, things are said over and over again, the same thing. That repetition sticks with us. We gain experience through it. When we stay in God's Word and we keep fortifying these things in our mind, we're not going to be in tomorrow. We're not going to worry about yesterday. We're going to stay focused on today. Yesterday is the past, tomorrow's the future, but today is a gift. That's why we call it the present. Live as if you were to die tomorrow. Learn as if you were to live forever. So if we learn as if we were going to live forever and we study our Bible every day, just think how drastically that would change your life. Anxiety does not empty tomorrow of its sorrows, but only empties today of its strength. So when we get anxious, it doesn't empty tomorrow of its sorrows, but only empties today. It saps all the strength out of us when we're worrying about tomorrow. We crucify ourselves between two thieves. Regret for yesterday and fear for tomorrow. Regret for yesterday, fear for tomorrow's. Now we have the cross we have the cross in the center. Philippians 4, 6 through 7. Be anxious for nothing, but in everything by prayer and supplication with thanksgiving, let your requests be known by God, and the peace of God, which surpasses all understanding, will guard your hearts and minds through Jesus Christ. Breathe, pray, and let go of the regret for yesterday and the fear for tomorrow. Let those go. Concentrate on Jesus Christ. You can do all things through Christ who strengthens you. We want to monitor our hearts so that we are not so emotional we become fools. God calls us to walk by faith, by truth, by wisdom. God calls us not to lean on our own understanding, but to trust Him, follow Him, and His guidance. Feelings make a great caboose, but a terrible train engine. Stay on track. God is our engine, pulling us in the right direction by His wisdom. God gave us today. Live it fully. Trust in God. I hope you've enjoyed that devotional on what does Jesus say about tomorrow and living each day as it is given to us. If we can concentrate on doing that, you will have that peace that passes all understanding. That's what the Bible means when it says that. Live in the presence. keep gaining wisdom. Keep gaining insight. In Proverbs, Solomon talks about get wisdom, tie it around your neck like precious jewels. You know, write the scriptures on the tablet of your heart. So you go out and you have a blessed day. Stop worrying about yesterday. Don't worry about tomorrow. Live today in the fullness of the scriptures and the fullness of Jesus Christ our Lord. All right, everyone. That's our devotion for today. I hope you enjoyed that it inspired you in some way. And I was making my squares, and I discovered this yarn here. I've done 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 rows. Let me grab my square over here. I did 5 rows. I have to do a 6th row, but it is already as big as this. And one more row, it's going to be quite a bit bigger. And I'm thinking, wow, this is 7. This will be 7. And it's going to be, yeah, see, I'm on the 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. One more row is going to make that not match up. 1, 2, 3, 4. And I got 1, 2, 3, 4 here. See up here on this row? 1, 2, 3, 4. Well, the next row would make it 5, and I won't match up. So 4-ply yarns are all not the same, evidently. And this yarn's a little bit thicker than the turquoise. Let me grab that for a minute so I can show you. I am still working in my room here. So, all right, here is this one. Okay. So, yeah, the off-white looks a little bit thicker. Just that much more thickness can cause your squares to be bigger or smaller. And so watch that when you're crocheting. So I'm not going to do the off-white in between. I'm going to, maybe I can find a thinner off-white that I have in my stash. So that's my story on that, and I'm sticking to it. I feel pretty good today. My knee has eased up a little bit. It's, you know, when it hurts, it really hurts, but it is better, and I want to thank you for your prayers. I know that's helping a lot. So, yeah, I'm going to do a little bit in my yarn room here today. We're going to go out for our walk first. I'm going to come back, spend maybe an hour working some more in here because I want to get all my yarn organized. I really have a lot of yarn, and I'm thankful for it. And I got a lot of it, like I said, when I got that $200 a couple of years back as birthday gifts to go buy yarn. And there was a big massive sale at the time, so I got a ton of yarn. And I'm trying to put it in bunches that go together, like light colors and stuff. And then kind of maybe put some kind of notes on it that, okay, this is this yarn, that's that yarn. So, yeah, I got enough yarn to probably last a lifetime. You know, sometimes there is a color here and there that I may need to go out and buy, but I don't have room to hide or stash any more yarn. And I don't hide it anyway. I have a great husband, but I decided a while back that, you know, you got enough yarn for a while, and start using that up, get creative, because how much do I need, really? And, you know, I told my husband, you know, when I die, there's a specific way that I want my yarn distributed. I want to make sure maybe it goes to a group that does charity work or something like that. So, got to plan ahead on that stuff. I just don't want it being bagged up and sent to the Salvation Army. All right, everyone. Lord willing, I will see you tomorrow on God, Crochet, and Chatter. You noticed I said, Lord willing? All right, everyone. You go out and make it a blessed day in the Lord.